Waypa today, community. How are you doing today? What are you passionate about today? That's what this channel is about. Well, let me tell you what I'm passionate about today. What I've been thinking about today is that I'm grateful for sickness and delays. What? You're probably saying, why would anyone be grateful for those things? And what value does that have, being grateful for those things? It seems counterintuitive, doesn't it? What good could come of being sick or having your plans delayed? Well, truth be told, I wasn't going to even make a video today because I'm feeling a little bit sick, fighting off a cold. My wife is sick, my son is sick, upper respiratory infection, and I'm not here to tell you about all of my family's problems, but the point of me making this video today is to see if anyone else out there thinks like I do. I could have easily said to myself, I'm going to wait and put off doing this video today because I'm really not up to it. I don't feel my best, probably don't look my best, maybe feel a little bit under the weather, feel tired, don't have my normal energy level, and that's probably going to show on camera. And then I kind of stopped myself in my thinking and caught myself thinking and took a step back, pulled the lens back in my mind and said, well, no, that's incorrect. And that wouldn't be the best decision. The best decision for me would be, let me take action regardless of how I feel, and let me do a video because there's probably someone out there who can relate to having to do things or be active and you're really not feeling at your best. So is that a reason to totally delay and stop everything dead in its tracks? And my answer to that question would be no, a hard no, and here's why. I'd say generally, I strive for perfection. I am a planner, and I'm probably an over planner. And what I mean by that is when I start planning, maybe I start out with a general outline, but then I get very detailed very quickly. And sometimes I think I kind of get bogged down in the details. And then that leads to me thinking, oh my God, I could start doing this plan and put it into action right now, but it's not going to be perfect. And the truth is, if I waited another day, week, month, 10 years, whatever, and then shot this video, it's not going to be perfect then either. So that kind of, I'm not really sure how to describe it. That kind of personality trait that I have, like where I'm striving for perfection and I feel like, okay, I want to put this finished product out for public consumption, but I really don't want it to be out there and in circulation and be viewed if it's not really my best work. But the reality is doing videos is incremental. Your skill level gets better with repetition, and in the beginning it's probably going to not be that great. It's probably going to suck even, but I think part of having a YouTube channel, part of going for your dreams and achieving your dreams is you have to kind of, well, you don't have to, but the best approach I think mentally is to get over the idea of you're probably going to suck in the beginning. So if this video's not my best or this video's sucking today, then I apologize, but I'm here showing up, making the effort anyway, and I'm thinking there's at least one other person out there who can relate to this. Get back to my opening comments, my two opening statements. Are you grateful for sickness? Are you grateful for delays? Today, I actually called out of my job, which I rarely do, and that's always a mental battle and struggle for me because I do feel committed. I feel committed, and I feel like I want to show up there consistently, just like I want to make YouTube videos of high quality consistently. So that's what I'm striving for, both here on my YouTube channel and at my full-time job. So it's a struggle for me to even call out, But then once I get past that initial feeling and I actually notify my job I'm not coming in to work, then I feel a relief and I say to myself, okay, I'm giving myself permission to slow down today. So, in essence, my sickness or my delay of being sick, it's forcing me to slow down today, to do less than I normally would, which I definitely did. And I think sometimes we need that in life. You need a day or a period of time, maybe not a whole day, but sometimes you need a day or even a couple days, a weekend or a 3-day weekend even, or sometimes a whole week. For me, going on vacation, part of the benefit of doing that is it breaks up my normal routine. It's usually a change from my normal scenery. And I feel that those two things alone, just a difference of routine or a break in my normal routine, a change of scenery, really helps recharge my batteries and helps me to focus better when I return back to my normal routine, my job, my work, my business, whatever that may be for me and for you. So once again, can you train yourself to be thankful for sickness and delays? And my answer to that question is definitely yes. It's a struggle. It feels weird at times. It feels unnatural. But I really think it's a healthy mindset and a healthy way to approach just something that happens to all of us in life. Regardless of what your belief system is, whether you have a belief in God or the universe, to me, for me, your choice and what you believe in is a personal choice. I never try to force my belief system on anyone else, but if someone asks me, if someone asks me, I will definitely reveal what my personal beliefs are. So I'm just going to say, if you believe in God or the universe, there are going to be times where we're all sick. Now, does the universe or God cause us to be sick? I don't believe that. I just think that it's a common human experience, and if I have a positive mindset about it or a positive reaction to it, then I can kind of turn something that is less than ideal or even something that's bad in my life and turn it into something positive or have something positive result out of it. For me, having a positive mindset and how I think about problems or experiences in my daily life is very important to me because I think it can drastically affect my productivity. It can affect the end result for me. So I'm grateful today that I'm sick, as crazy as it sounds for me to say that and as crazy as it feels for me to utter those words. I am grateful. It's forced me to slow down. I did have a chance to spend some more time with my family that I normally would not have had. I got to watch a couple of movies, and one of them was not Star Wars, although that is something that I'm passionate about, but that's for another video, a different video. So what are you passionate about, and how do you feel about delays or sickness? How do you feel and react? More importantly, how do you think about it and react to in your life when you have unexpected delays or sickness or whatever the case may be? And then how do you get through that experience and get to the other side of that experience and look back on it and feel and conclude that, okay, this wasn't all bad. Maybe it was partly bad. It was less than ideal. It certainly wasn't perfect. But can you look back on it and find something to be grateful about because there is something positive and good that you were able to extract from that experience? I'm going to take this opportunity again to invite you to join me in this dialogue of ideas and questions. And after all, that's the way we learn, isn't it? By asking questions and then getting answers that are meaningful to us, and then often that leads to another question. And then when we get that question answered, I think of that as just a sequence moving towards ultimate progress or ultimate achievement. The other thing that I think about and remind myself on a daily basis is I, first of all, believe that something is possible, even if in my mind, logically, I'm telling myself this isn't really possible right now. But I'm still going to give myself that positive self-talk, that positive message, and say to myself, number one, I believe this is possible. I might not know exactly how to achieve it right now, but I do believe that there's a solution, and I believe it's possible. And if I don't know the answer, it doesn't become clear, or all the details don't fall into place today, I believe that, okay, if I work on it today, then I'm one step closer, or I'm one day closer to getting to that point where, you have that aha moment, okay, it's all falling into place now. It's all clear. Okay, I thought it was possible along the way. I believed, I had some doubts, but I overcame the doubts. I kept pushing forward. I kept working toward the goal, and now I know for sure I've got concrete proof in my life that this goal is possible. Have you ever had that experience? If you did, then please share it below. And doing what I'm doing right now, sharing my thoughts and feelings, some people probably think it's corny, think it's useless, maybe they've already stopped watching the video by now. That's okay. If I can reach one person or even a small group of people, and we're all like-minded, and we can all encourage one another and help each other solve problems. To me, that's the way I want to experience life. And when I think about business or online business or branding or starting a business, I've often heard it said, and I do believe this is true, that if you're in business, a large part of your activity is solving problems. You're going to solve today's problem, and then tomorrow a new problem will come up, or maybe that same problem repeats itself, and it might take you several attempts to really ultimately solve it. That's okay. You're still each day chalking up positive progress. And the other thing that I'm touching on now is, I guess, the idea of celebrating little victories. You could ask yourself, what's victorious about having to take a sick day, and you're sick and you're laying on the couch watching TV, sipping hot tea and eating chicken soup. Nobody would probably get up on a normal morning and say to themselves, gee, I can't wait to be sick and lay on the couch and sip tea and drink soup. But no normal person is going to say that. But I do think it's important for my own well-being and my own mindset to tell myself, hey, even though today didn't turn out the way I planned or I had wanted, there was still some good that came out of it. There was still something positive that I can look back on now at the end of the day tonight. When I lay my head on the pillow, there's something that I can be grateful for, even though I had a less than perfect day. So if you can relate, please comment below. Remember, your efforts don't have to be perfect. Sometimes your less than perfect effort is good enough. Or how about this? Sometimes your less than perfect effort in life still has value for someone else. So don't be afraid to share your less than perfect effort. Don't be afraid to execute your less than perfect effort, because that effort could still have value for someone. And doing videos is a risk. Going for your dreams and trying to achieve your dreams is a risk. And what are you risking? And what am I risking? Well, you're risking failure. You're risking ridicule. You're risking people mocking you or making fun of you, laughing at you. Who cares? Shrug that off. Know that that's probably going to be part of the experience, just like that feeling of, gee, I'm starting something new. I'm sucking at it, but fail forward. Will Smith has a great video about failing, attempting and executing and getting to the point where you're failing, but you're failing forward. If you haven't seen that Will Smith video, I will put a link to it in the description below. I hope you got something of value out of this video. And remember, number one, believe your dreams are possible. Make a decision today and pick one thing and work on your dreams.